Toes to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to throw, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Darnold. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Now it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because of the drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw is Darnold. They're complete to Smith-Njigba. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Walker. Will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Darnold now to throw. And he's got it. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop it right at the line of scrimmage. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, if you're in the red zone, we're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Williams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Chicago! Caleb Williams, 77 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously, the pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 3rd and 5.
Johnson. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time on a catch and run. 35 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 5 out of his scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. To the air, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Williams looking to do it himself. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Williams. He'll try and do this himself. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now they'll audible to something else.
That's good for a Bears first down.
From the gun, here's Williams. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Roma Dunze from 6 yards away. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Santos under the tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one is incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Darnold. Going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think the coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
There's a short one caught by Ludwig. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Vegas! What is it? Vegas!
To throw once more, here's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll give it to Dunze on the jet sweep. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
19 more yards. That's good for a Bears
To throw, Williams. Throw left side, complete. That's Moore. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
We go, stop.
Here's Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. To the left side, catch made by Royal. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
6 yards. And it's third down.
They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. Looking deep downfield. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 44 yards. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, some strong running. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blow-on material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
He'll get this into the hands of the Doomsday. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Working out of the gun, Williams. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Pass incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Darnold now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
17.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Devin Duvernay. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Bears. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A gain of 14. First down, Seahawks.
Darnold. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Open that left side, Shaheed has it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
A little juke. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Williams with a little touch pass forward. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 3. They run out of the gun with Swift. On a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Williams going to sneak it. And he will have the Bears first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
What is on?
To the air, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Vegas!
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. They'll fire deep, looking for more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanting to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
And he he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A good pickup there, 22.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Seattle.
Now it's Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Oh, lady.
To throw is Darnold. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. Now Darnold. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Seahawks 31. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. From the gun, here's Swift. And he stopped immediately there. 2nd and 10. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Williams. That's caught left side, Burden. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Here we go. The long pass, 32. What is up? Slam left.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. A pass complete to Odunze. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Play action. Now Williams. He'll try to pick it up himself. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable able to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Darnold. Gets this complete to Smith-Njigba. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. And we take it in by Shaheed. And all the way down to the 29. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's 1st down.
Seahawks.
We go, set. Ready.
Darnold to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Darnold. This is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team right.
No doubt about it.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
39.
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Santos for the Bears field goal.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one could be remembered the next time these two